This is a follow-up to a video I did a few months back, titled "Simple Assault." Former off-duty federal law enforcement officer sentenced for threatening three Blackfeet tribal employees with assault rifle. A former off-duty federal law enforcement officer who admitted to a misdemeanor assault for pointing an assault rifle at three Blackfeet tribal employees who were testing waters on his property was sentenced to 5 years probation and ordered to pay $10,625 in restitution. Harrison, 30, of Cutback, who was a Customs and Border Protection officer at the time of the offense, pleaded guilty to 3 counts of simple assault. 3 counts, okay? The government alleged that on July 24, 2019, three employees of the Blackfeet Tribal Environmental Office went through his property near Cutback and within the Blackfeet Indian Reservation to test water in Cutback Creek. The victims, who are tribal members, traveled by truck past Harrison's house to the creek. The trip was the victim's fourth time that season to test the site, having sought and they believe received permission for the testing from his wife. Well, of course, if it's your fourth time, you're going to get somebody's permission, but still, you got to announce yourself before you even come in every single time. And they didn't, you know. While they were collecting the water, a rifle shot rang out, and they saw Harrison approaching, pointing an assault rifle at them and yelling profanities. He just overkill. I don't know what he was thinking, but if you're gonna be pulling stuff like that, if you're gonna be thinking like that mentality, you know what? You don't need to be in law enforcement, you know. And he started yelling profanities, of course, and he demanded to know what they were doing there and who gave him the permission to be there. When the victim explained that the wife had given him permission, um, he disputed that fact, even though the victims told him that they would leave while still leveling the rifle at them. Damn, he still had them on him. What was the threat? You know, they weren't armed, and uh, and they ordered him to drop the gear and everything. He pretty much spooked them, you know, and you know, they thought they were gonna actually get blasted, but you know, I mean, and it can happen that fast, especially out in the rural country, you know. But if you're gonna be, I mean, especially I don't know what his specific detail was with the government. You know, it could have been different types of roles, you know. But when you're set in an environment like that, that's it. You're living your life. You're living your life and you're doing your life the way you want it to go. Just for the fact that you've got a federal employer with benefits and living on a reservation, you got to watch out what you do. It doesn't say anything about him being an actual member, but don't forget you are a guest on that reservation. And at any time, that privilege can be taken from you. Even if you marry into the actual tribe, you do have certain rights, and depending on the actual your standing, depending on your actual uh, individual tribe. But I mean, if you marry somebody and your wife passes away, you can still live there. You cannot bring in another wife or somebody to live in that house out of respect. They won't allow it. But you and your children can still continue to live there until you're, you know, you can pass away there, you know. And that's one of the perks. But if you mess up, man, you'll be out quick. And they can vote you out and you have no say on it. Of course, you can appeal it, you can consider it, and you know it can take up to years, you know. But you can get back in good standings and be allowed back. But I mean, you gotta respect, you know, gotta respect and watch what you do, you know. And he should have known better, you know. He should have known better. And you know what? And one of the guys even put it this way, you know, and you know he says basically the lasting effects this assault has had on them. He has taken my outdoor lifestyles away from me. I don't fish. I don't go get wood. No more hiking. No more bow hunting. No more four wheeling. And I can believe that because I mean, you're out there, people hunt. It's not like i- on these reservations, depending on which one, but the my experiences, I mean, you can go out off a season, go hunting, as long as you have to respect it. You have to respect the actual the hunting. I mean, the hunt, you have to actually respect that. I'm that guy who actually wears a level two vest. It's nice, snug. If I have a nice little windbreaker, nobody knows I have it underneath. Not unless you get really close, but if you get really close, you're too close. But just as a precaution, you don't know who's behind you. And bullets stray, and that's just the way it is. And for him to be spooked like that, I get it. I get it. And he only got the actual probation, but he lost more than that. Um, they could have asked him to actually leave, married or not. They could have asked him to leave. These guys are tribal members, and they will have a big impact on the actual decision of you still continuing to live there or not. And I assume that he lost all his weapons privileges. That assault rifle's gone because he's no longer law enforcement, so he no longer can have it. Depending on the state, but in California you can't have it. And you just got. I mean, he lost it all, man. He lost his job. He lost his life. And at that stage, if you're actually settling down, you're not gonna be chasing a dream. You're not gonna be, nah. You pretty much, take life for what it is and enjoy it. And he did it. Okay, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe.